Hey everybody, it's Impossibleplays or Chris, and I hate to break it to you guys, but I just found out they came out with this new thing. It's called gaming disorder, right? So if you play a lot of games and you really enjoy playing games as a hobby, it's now a mental illness. It's an addiction. So I'm sorry guys, but I have to quit. Sorry. Okay, obviously I'm kidding. Get that stuff out of here. Alright, honestly, gaming addiction, gaming just what is that? Because it's a hobby and some people like to do it a lot. Suddenly they're gonna classify it as a disorder? No. What about people who go tanning all the time? Do they have tanning addiction now? Like, where does the line get drawn? What about Olympic athletes? Oh, they spend every day training all the time. They have to train all the time to get better at it. So they must be addicted to training. We better put a stop to this and classify it as a mental disorder. Listen, there's a lot of mental disorders out there, and my heart goes out to anybody out there who is suffering with any of them. Truly, I mean that. I've known a lot of people who have dealt with them, and it's not a pretty thing. And the struggle is real, and I have all the respect in the world for those people and their struggle. But gaming addiction as a disorder, get that out of here. Come on. Let's get real here. This politically correct stuff that we have to do all the time is just gone too far. So let's get a little bit more sense of reality going on here and pay attention to the issues that are actually important in the world. So I've got this thought going on, right? Let me just try to get in on the level and get in on, just to try to think of the actual thinking that these people are or are not using when they come up with these things like gaming disorder. So I've played a decent bit of this game, right? And anybody else who is better at this game than I am, obviously, must be gaming addicted. Because they've played a decent bit of this game as well, obviously more than me. Right? That's the way it's got to be. Oh, the person just took my kill. Are you joshing me? No way. That guy just took my kill. I have to sit here and heal up. I have to sit here and heal up. Please don't shoot me while I'm doing it. I have gaming disorder. Okay, oh, I gotta take this guy out. Oh, he's using smoke bomb. He must be low as well, but he doesn't know how low I am. Oh, no, look, he's better than me. Gaming disorder. Right there. This guy did better shooting than me. He must have practiced and played more games than me. Therefore, he must have gaming disorder, or a gaming addiction. I'm sorry, gaming addiction. He is a gaming addicted player who needs help and should be immediately banned from playing games. At least that's the way they're starting to classify it these days, eh? Okay, guys. Here I am. Where am I going to drop? According to whoever came out with this stupid classification, I need to be dropping directly into a psych place because I have gaming addiction. Oh, no. Oh, did I, is this a good drop or a bad drop? I think this is a bad drop. I'm just walking around on a rooftop. Okay. Bad drop. Hooah! Yeah, that was nice. Did you like that? That was pretty good, eh? Let's get in on this fight. Yeah, boy, you chicken now. Uh-huh, mother clucker. Heh. Well, I had nothing. The poor fellow. I feel bad now, honestly. You know, it's hard to believe that there's people out there that are worse at this game than me. But then, you see stuff... Yeah, that was pretty bad. Okay, but anyways... like I was trying to say, you see stuff like that, and it's just... It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to know that there are human beings out there who are worse than me. I know I'm a terrible human being for thinking that, but... You know, I also am a terrible human being because I apparently have gaming disorder. Or a gaming addiction. At least according to the rules or whatever. I'm assuming anyways that I would. We're gonna go into the perp forest, man. You know what I mean? Stop by some mushroom town. And let's get in on that action. Watch this. Yeah. Every time you touch a roof, it just glitches you. I honestly think, like, they have these super high jump... Maybe that's why they don't do it, actually. I was gonna say they have these super, like, high jump abilities... But then there's, like, no way to actually, like, use them half the time because you can't even get on a roof, right? But, I guess that makes sense because only the abilities with a high jump would then be able to get on the roof. And that would be kind of, you know, OP, I think, in a way. Because instant high ground only for those classes and nobody else. You know what I mean? Okay. So, see, that's how you logic something out, ladies and gentlemen. Things that you don't understand at first can make sense in the future if you actually think about them. Isn't that crazy? But instead, we should just not think about it and jump to conclusions, right? Like, you know, gaming disorder. You play games a lot, you're addicted to gaming. You should go to rehab for gaming, right? Makes lots of sense. Sorry I'm ranting about this gaming disorder stuff so much, guys. It's just really it just burns my biscuit, man. I'm not happy about it. I just think it's garbage. And I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a super politically correct person. I do think that it's like just dumb when people sit there and just completely be vulgar in their videos and just swear non-stop for absolutely no reason. Like, what does that even accomplish? Oh, you're cool because you swear. Well, that's great, but let's get to actual content. Do you have any of that? You know what I mean? But other than that, I really try to be politically correct. And honestly, that's mostly just out of being, you know, not a moron. So when I see stuff like this, this gaming addiction stuff going on, and I hear that, it drives me nuts. Because that's all it really boils down to, is people trying to turn everything into being a politically correct thing, or into, you know, everything has to have a problem. There's a problem with everything. There's a reason to hate on everything. And if you can't get your way hating on it and forcing other people to believe your opinion, then you need to create some actual, like, issue out of it. So one way or another, whether it's by a bunch of bullcrap or not. And that's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of issues being forced into being issues when they don't need to be. Just out of political nonsense or trying to get your way. So somebody was doing some shooting over here. And I see a bunch of stuff laying around. I think they must be healing up after their battle. It's a shotgun. I will take this. No, it's an auto rifle. We'll definitely take that. Give, please. Thank you. I'm okay with the auto rifle, so I'm gonna take that for sure. Oh, it's because a forge is right here. There's a... Damn it. Dang it. I should focus on the person at the forge instead of that person, I guess. They're trying really... I hope that person up there is smart enough to not focus me. This person's about to get some legendary stuff out of here too, and I don't want to have to deal with that, but I'm gonna have to. Oh, he just, like, couple pumped me there. There was no way anyways. I shouldn't have rushed into that fight. That was dumb. Oh, I'm gonna die. No! You didn't have to explode my little chicken bod, man. I was, you know what? Alright, I deserved it. Let's just be honest, I deserved it. Alright, everybody, I'm afraid that is all that we have time for today. Unfortunately, I think I spent most of the time talking about this whole gaming addiction thing, but like I said, it really does irritate me. Especially when I see things like, here, let me just show you something real quick, okay? UN calls video game addiction a public health crisis. It's a crisis, ladies and gentlemen. But the public health experts already knew that. Come on now, don't you think that's just a little bit over the top? Then we look here, okay, we got this other article. Video game addiction is now considered as legitimate, apparently I can't read, as a legitimate mental illness, okay? And what are they saying it is? It's, when you put other life priorities over playing games, and when you continue to play games despite negative consequences and stuff, and you just want to keep on doing it, feeling like you can't stop. Okay, but what about people who like to tan all the time or tanning excessively? They don't call that tanning addiction, but if you tan excessively, you could get legitimate skin cancer. I'd say that's a negative consequence. And what about people who like to professionally box or UFC, martial arts, things like that? They put themselves through rigorous training, and they put all kinds of life priorities on the back burner for their martial arts training. But not only that, a lot of martial arts training involves beating your body to a point that later on in life, it's just not going to work right ever again. Unless maybe you get some surgery to help correct it, but even then, probably not. Because you end up, what? You're punching boards, you're doing things like that to try to toughen up your hands and your body. Well, now this has become freaking a martial arts review. The point is, I know I spent a lot of time talking about this whole gaming addiction thing here today, but I just kind of feel like it was something that needed to be talked about. I saw it and it just reminded me about how the political correctness that goes on in this society and the need to feel politically correct or create issues where there are none so that you have a reason to come out against something and be this big hero because you're coming out against this big crisis is ridiculous, because a lot of the time people will create these crises. They will craft them out of nothing so that they can have something to come out against and seem like these big heroes. But I guess I should just leave it as it is. That is my opinion. Obviously, we're all entitled to our opinions. I could very well be wrong, and if I am wrong, if you disagree with me, that's absolutely fine. YouTube has this wonderful thing called the comment section, and if you want to drop down below and leave your opinion on it and tell me what you think, try to change my mind, you're more than welcome to, and I'm glad to listen to you. And again, just know, I do understand addiction in other areas and things like that. It is a real issue, and mental disorders are a real issue, and they really need addressed. There's a lot of stuff out there that's horrible, and I can't imagine what people go through dealing with certain disorders, and my heart goes out to them. I just want to make that abundantly clear. But when I see things like the World Health Organization starting to label gaming addiction as a legitimate mental illness, that just gets to be a bit ridiculous in my mind. Now here comes the general YouTuber sellout stuff. If you like this video, please don't be afraid to drop down below and leave a like rating on it, and if you really liked it, subscribe to the channel to see more content from me. Other than that though, I hope everybody out there has a great, safe, wonderful, and amazing day. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.